Ah, where are we now? Oh, it's Wednesday morning. Is it the 5th of November? I think bonfire night tonight, isn't it? Eh? I bet certain people thought he's gone away for good, isn't he? He's never coming back. Wrong. Hey up, Mickey Mouse. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're well. One of the real ones. Good to see you, Mickey Mouse. Yeah, so it's amazing, isn't it? When you have a little break from the tubes, how people think you're gone. And how they want to impersonate you and take your name. Big up, Landy. Good to see you, mate, as always. Good to see you, Nomadic. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're all well, guys. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. But that's the thing, isn't it? You go away from the tubes and suddenly people think, he's gone. Spent, false. His days are done. I'm going to take his name. So I was just looking. I thought I'd just prowl the tubes, as you do a bit of ghosting. And we see that not only my name, but someone else's name's been cloned. So it just shows how much of an impact you really have on these people, innit, really? Big up, Paul Dunn. Good to see you, mate. Big up the Irish. Good to see you all, guys. I hope you're all well anyway. Yes, big up Paul O'Neill. Big up Suzanne. Good to see you. So who are the fake fucks? Where are the fake fucks, Paul O'Neill? They're the ones that want to clone your name. You clearly have an impact on people, don't you? I think we all do, really. Even if they don't clone your name, I think we all have an impact on it in some way, shape, or form. Be it on a small scale, big scale, whatever. I'm sure that some of us get under people's skins and they have to just clone your name. It's good. That's when you know you made it, really. That these fake fucks have to go and fucking clone your name. So, not only was my name, of course, Paul Dunn, we know, but not only my name, but Michelle's name as well. So, why would anyone think or entertain those fake fuckers with those names that they've cloned? It don't make sense. But here they are in fucking some fucking room. I don't think I should give it a plug, really, but I'm sure you could work it out. It's where all the, how should we say, all the questionables go. Questionables. That's a good one. It's better than using other words that would probably be more derogatory. But yeah, I'll go with questionables. So, you know, birds of a feather flock together and all that. So that's where they go. And yeah. I wasn't even going to come on. I've been away. I've been fucking busy. I'm sure you guys have been busy too. Here I am at fucking nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. Woke up. I thought, let's have a little listen on the tubes. Go make yourself a cup of tea, have a listen. And we're floating around the channels. Who was there a minute ago? Was it Tunes? Yeah, I think it was Tunes. Adrian! Good to see you, Adrian. I was having a little listen on that. And then he was going. I thought, I'll go and have a little flick around, see who's about. And of course, you come across, hey, Suzanne, good to see you, my love. Hope you're well. And you come across the questionable channels. And I come across a questionable channel, and there I thought, hang on, someone's speaking for me. My name's in that channel, in that chat, with a spanner, really? So it's obviously one of the regular questionables that go into Chubby Rains. Yeah, I've plugged it now. So decided to clone my name. Well, I say to any of the fake fucks, got a problem? Come and speak to me. Got a problem? I'll put a link out for you. Not a problem. It really ain't a problem. But see, this is the thing I find with some people on there. They're so fucking cowardly. Now, I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I'm sure you guys ain't going to be everyone's cup of tea. But for those that do get on, more power to us all. That's all I say. So I'll say to any of the fake fucks, got a problem, come talk to me. Got a problem, I'll give you the link. That's all you got to do. Ask for the link, I'll give you the link. Come and speak to me. Instead of doing this fucking childish shit of, oh, I know, I'm going to clone Gypsy Dave's name. Oh, I know, I'm going to clone Michelle C's name. It's very fucking playground, isn't it? Very fucking schoolyard shit. It is. But I suppose one thing, it gets a reaction because here I am talking about it. So any of you fake fucks out there that are ghosting, sorry, big up the ghosters, by the way, the lovers and haters, and the secret watchers. You want to claim my name? Come up and talk to me. You got a problem with me? Come up and talk to me. I'll even put the fucking link out for you. Just ask for the link. Yeah, I know, it's YouTube and it's all entertainment, but is it really though, Paul O'Neill? Because I think some of it's just fucking churlish. Some of it's just childish. It's just fucking silly, innit, really? I mean, you know, I've heard many people on here say, oh, I'm playing a character. What, are you in a film? You now become an actress or an actor? Really? Can you not just come online and be yourself? Can you not just be fucking real? It is, Paul Dunn. It is, definitely. Yes, up, Shah. What are you doing? You all right? Oh no, Shah. It's just the usual shit, innit? You know, you fucking idiots on here that want to clone my name or Michelle's name, and you know, think, oh, it's funny. It's really funny. Fucking honestly. But there you go. You're gonna get him, ain't you? Yeah, good. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad Brody's good. Good to hear. Good to hear, Shah. And you know what? It's fucking pitiful, really, isn't it? How people got to go to fucking, yeah, I know, such lengths, and they just to fucking get the reaction that they want. Well, they got the reaction, but you couldn't even fucking clone the name right. Couldn't even clone it properly. And as if I'd want to be in Chubby Range Channel. As if Michelle would want to be in fucking Chubby Range Channel. Fucking ridiculous, isn't it? But yeah, I've been off the tube for a while, so just, you know, busy in that, working and stuff. So, I mean, making hay while I can. Christmas coming up and all that shit. Trying to earn the peas, as we all are. You know, we're being stretched to the fucking limit, ain't we? With shopping and bills and all the rest of it. But, you know, I'm not alone. We're all in the same fucking, bucket, ain't we? We're all in the same fucking pond, lake, whatever you want to call it. I never thought I'd fucking come on the tubes at 2 o'clock in the morning after being away for I don't know how long. Because people think, oh, he's away now, he's good, he's gone. Nah, not gone. Just busy. Can always come back at a time when I'm not busy, like now. But I've still got to be up in the morning, even though I'm up now. So I'll probably just stay up anyway. Just do the day, get home, and then I'll fucking crash out. Innit? Exactly. It's bad, Brit. Honestly, it's really bad, nomadic. I was reading a news story online about how we pay 4 times more for our energy than anywhere else in the world. We're one of the most I say taxed, but we are one of the most stretched out of all the people. No, you won't get rid of me that easily, Suzanne. I'm like a skid mark on a pair of underpants. Just won't wash out. That's probably a bad one to use, but anyway, I thought I would. So yeah, we pay 4 times more for our energy than anywhere else. Nomadic. Goods in shops are smaller, prices are bigger. Yeah, we are one of the most taxed countries in the world. And the thing is, it ain't going to stop because they will push and push and push. Because even though people like me and you and others might moan about it or talk about it, nothing's ever going to get done about it. The only way I see anything getting done is everyone just goes right down tools. Country comes to a standstill. But even though that might get them to sit up and take notice for 5 minutes, I don't think that'd be the answer because that's all going to hit us all in the pocket. And I was listening to saying earlier, someone said now, oh, it'll come back to me in a minute, but there's something someone said on a channel. And I thought, well, yeah, that might be true if you... Oh, that was it, the TV licence fee. If everyone didn't pay the TV licence fee for the BBC, then then the government would have to step in and prop up the BBC. But you're forgetting one minor detail. It's us that props up the government. It's us as taxpayers that prop up the fucking government. No, exactly. We can't vote our way out sharp. We're fucked. We're well and truly fucked. But we've walked into this with our eyes open. And we've just been fucked over and over and over. And we're just going to keep getting fucked over. It's not going to change. Morning, beautiful. How you doing? Good seeing Nicola. I hope you're good. It's been a while. So I don't see it getting any better for Britain. I don't see it getting any better for Ireland. So I don't know how it is over there in the States for you, nomadic Brit. I know you're doing okay. You're working hard. You're earning a living. Obviously, you've got a plan on what you're doing and stuff. Oh, excuse me. So, I mean, I don't know if it's all roses over there, but it's certainly not roses here, and I'm pretty sure it's not roses in Ireland as well. So, what do? I think at some point something's got to give because it can't go on. It just can't go on. I mean, I was saying the other week on one of my lives, I was looking at old TV adverts from the 70s and 80s, and there was, remember the advert, miles a day, helps you work, rest and play. Morning. And you see the size of the Mars bar. The girth on that Mars bar was as big as the fucking hand it was sat in, right? And yet, I look at a Mars bar now, and it's like half the size, but 4 times the price of what it was then. And I think to myself, fuck me, inflation, but it doesn't benefit any of us. The only people it benefits are those in suits. That's who it benefits. It don't benefit us. Listen, if everyone was to stop paying tax tomorrow, country would come to a standstill. Right? Okay, so that means we're all fucked. But you know what? They'll be fucked too. Because even though they might have money, eventually their money too will run out. And who's going to do their cleaning, their cooking, their ironing, and serve them? Because that's all we are. We're just servants. All of us. We just get our bit of money at the end of the week or the end of the month after it's been taxed and national insurance the fuck out of. And it's like, be happy. Be happy. Morning, Exposer. What's there to be fucking happy about? So you expend your energy for 40, 50 years of your fucking adult life working For what? That maybe you've squirreled enough away that you have a comfortable retirement. Maybe you've earned enough that you've managed to get yourself a mortgage, get yourself an home. Fair play to you. Well, what about those that ain't? Because not everybody's in that position to have done that. Be it through choice, be it through circumstance, be it through being unlucky or lucky. I don't know. Sometimes in life you've got to make your own luck, ain't you? It's not always about things being handed on a plate to us because nothing's ever handed on a plate, really. Anything I've ever wanted, I've gone out and got it, and I'm pretty much sure that's the same for you guys. But yeah, I'll just totally disillusioned, really, with fucking the way things have gone. And I did hear on a live where someone said, well, you know, if you're giving up hope, then you've just given up. Well, I haven't given up because I'm still functioning day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. I'm still doing the same old crap, getting up, getting out of bed, getting dressed, going to work. Still earn the money. Why? Because I've got a roof over my head. Why? Because I need to eat. Why? I need to clothe myself. Why? I've got children and grandchildren. So it never stops. Never ever stops. It is proper hard, especially now. I feel sorry for the younger generation exposer trying to get a mortgage. You know, the way the prices have gone, and demand's obviously going to go through the roof. Why? Because you're allowing hundreds of thousands of people to come into the country unfettered, uncontrolled, and they're all going to need somewhere to live because they're going to be here to stay. Can't see them going because that's all part of the plan. It's just so many different fronts, so many different angles where we're being fucked over, and where to begin? How to deal with it all when you're being attacked from fucking 10 different angles? It's like, well, which angle do I fucking defend myself against first? Which one do you tackle first? How do you tackle the problems? Because there's so many problems put on us. Don't know where to begin. I haven't got the answers. Don't claim to have them. Well, this is true. Of course they are, Paul. They will do. Because it benefits them in the long run. Why? Because they get cheap workers. And the rest of us, what can I say? We're fucked. But anyway, that's what rant over about that shit. Nothing I can do to change it. Nothing any of us can do to change it, really. Because there ain't enough people saying no. That's what won't change. But anyway, back to the fake fucks. Back to that. Why do people want to clone people? Perhaps their feelings get hurt. I don't know. Perhaps they have a problem. I can't even put a link out there. What a fucking liberty. 2 secs, guys. Back. All right, back. All right, just had to do that. Sorry. I couldn't copy the link. Done the link now. I do. You're right, Shah. I do. Do you know what? I suppose I've just seen and heard so much in the last few months, and it's like, what the fuck? You know? And yeah, you're right. It should be more fucking upbeat and cheerful. I get it. You're right. But I don't know. I just like I can't help being a realist. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know. You're right, Shah. I don't want to be all fucking doom and gloom, you know what I mean? Oh, fuck, man. What do I do next? Fucking, I can't say because it's YouTube, innit? Anyway, what's going on with the tubes? How comes in here no one's at got the at sign next to their name? What's that all about? I'm seeing that in rooms now. Oh, hang on. Someone just tried to join then. Hello, Mouse Charger. Morning, a good night, my love. Not too much of the Prosecco. No secret view tonight to post links. Well, you guys are welcome to post any link you want, as long as it's not nothing rude. Oh, right. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, how is little Rudy doing, Shaw? Hope he's doing all right. Such a beautiful dog. I love him. I know. I know. You are right. You are right, Shaw. It's the same here, you know. I don't know, just like if you don't see it, you hear it. If you don't hear it, you see it. You know, it's like fucking what is up with people? What is up with people? I think people are just losing their fucking Swedes. Yep. I think that's what they want as well. I think they really want people to just lose their mind. You know, yep, section, lock them up, lock them up. Well, do you know what, Nomadic? I get where you're coming from. Well, that's true, Jim. Yeah, we do. But it's not the same UK as when you left. And I think you'll be pulling your hair out, your fucking eyebrows out, your teeth out, everything out. If you was to actually land here now, it'd be, this is not the place I fucking remember. Oh, you had steak for dinner? Fuck me. Do you know what, right? I've always said this, yeah? Not because I'm jealous, but fucking, I know there's pets out there that eat better than me. Much better than me. Especially when you can see these rich people with their dogs. And you think, that little fucker's eating better than me. You know, I mean, in the fucking steaks and fucking dog food, yeah, it'd be like they get fucking sirloin, I get pedigree chum. I know it's not quite the same, but yeah. Well, you can't, Brit. That's true. And you know, even though I moan about London, it'll always have a place in my heart. But it's changed so much, honestly, in the short time that I've lived. Well, maybe the long time I've lived, depending which way you look at it. But it's changed dramatically, and I think I don't know. I mean, some people might think I'm wrong for saying this, but I think it's oversaturated. I think it's been saturated that much that it's not the London that I knew growing up. You know, I mean, I saw a thing online where this Sikh guy was speaking out, right? And I have to say kudos to this Sikh guy because he got it spot on. He said, look, I came to this country and it's a predominantly white country. But I chose to come here because that's where I wanted to live. This is where I wanted to be. And we as Sikhs don't want to take over. We're happy with how it was when we came here, you know? But it's changing so much. Even he's not happy with it. And to the point where people were saying to me, no, I haven't. Really? No. When was that, Mickey Mouse? I haven't heard about that. Yes, what I was saying. So, even to the point where Europeans that come here to live have even said to me they don't feel safe here anymore and they want to go back home. Now, I think that's a shame because, yeah, once upon a time, people used to moan and go, oh, Schengen Agreement, we've got all these Europeans coming over here, blah, blah, blah. But if you think about it, people would moan about all them coming in from Europe. But now all those from Europe want to leave because of what's coming in now. So, go figure. And they're saying it's not even safe to be here and they don't want to bring up their young families here. A few hours back. No, I didn't hear about it. No, what? Actually, Muhammad Ali. The Muhammad Ali. A.K.A. Cassius Clay. Really? If that's who you're talking about. News to me. I don't know if any of you guys in the chat have heard anything about it or know anything about it, because I certainly don't. But thanks for letting us know, Mickey. Oh, he's playing. Well, it's a great shame if it is. Great shame. Be it him or anyone else for that matter. It's a great shame. Yeah, well, that has already started, isn't it, to be fair, beautiful. I mean, it has already started. I mean, you know, I think thieves know that they can shoplift up to a value of 200 quid and the old bill won't do fuck all about it. And you can't blame people for, I'm not saying it's right, but desperate situations, desperate measures, desperate times, people are going to do desperate things, aren't they? So I think that's going to be more, you know. Oh, hang on. Oh, Jim?
Only me, the G&E.
How you doing, you all right?
All right, son. All right. I was listening to what you're saying. Yeah, good. I just come back from England a few weeks ago. I'll tell you what, man, you ain't half right, man. I'll tell you what, it's like, because I've been back for like, last time I went back was like 12, 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, people are just openly complaining, like, about the country in banks, on the train stations. I walked into a shop and a woman had a packet of cigarettes in her bra, openly, plain as day. The security guard said, stop, said, don't touch me. Walked out, no one even chased her. Just let her go. The next one came in, shoplifted. Yeah. Oh, mate, it's like, I'm not even funny, like, now I think hit a nail on the head, like, you know, I live in Thailand, obviously. If all the tires would be replaced with bricks, I want to live here. I don't come to Thailand to be, you know.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why you went to Thailand.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. I mean, I've seen Nomadic. He's also another expat. You know, I'll tell you what, you should go back for a few weeks and have a little look. You probably want to change your flight and go back to America quickly.
Yeah, probably that's what on the plane the next day.
Yeah, I would have been as well if I could have been. So, £100 a night of playing for a travel lodge.
Really?
Yeah, 100.
What did you stay in Wandsworth?
No, I went up northeast part of England. I came down to London for a bit, but mostly up in the northeast.
Oh. Did you go to Wano?
Wano?
Wandsworth?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Only for a day or so.
Could have met you at the fucking Spread Eagle for a pint.
I'll tell you what, I rented a car and I came back with the missus and I couldn't rent it in my English name. I had to rent it in my missus' Thai name with a Thai license. How mad is that? How mad is that, man?
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's all like problems because I haven't got the house in my address. I don't have a fucking address. I haven't been back for years. And she's got an address, but it's in another country.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So
Fucking
how
mad.
did you find? How did you find your trip anyway?
Eye-opening. Like
Yeah.
£100 a night in a travel lodge, a basic room. So I spent £100 the first night I came out to Bangkok. I got a 5-star hotel, all the bells and whistles, people smiling, carrying your bags up to your room, swimming pools, gyms. Like I'll go into a travel lodge in England, I'll go in there, check in. Oh, you have to do it online. I can't do it online. I've got a fucking Thai SIM.
Yeah.
Oh, well, to get the Wi-Fi out. So I'm standing there with the person across, booking it on the internet when I could just hand over the cash. No, we can't take cash.
That's
Fucking
bad,
hell.
isn't it?
I couldn't even open the hotel door. I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, because
I'm in the glass building.
yeah, because when it's late at night and you want to get back in, you have to use your room key card to open the door.
Yeah, I was paying for parking. I didn't know how to do that.
Mm.
And I got parking tickets sent to my email. I didn't know how to pay for parking ticket. It's just, I'll tell you what, it was, the cost of living is, see, like, if inflation goes up, the wages don't go up with inflation, and the workers get screwed because the benefits seem to go up with the inflation.
Well, this is why people fall behind, because inflation would go up by say 4%, and you get a wage rise of 2%. Well, you're already 2% behind, and that's going on year out. You know, I mean, every year when I was at my last job, oh, you got a pay rise, right, in line with inflation, and they'd say inflation would say be 3%, but in reality, inflation was higher.
Yeah, I've got a family that young, late 20s, trying to get on the housing. What do you call it? Housing, trying to buy a house, but the house prices are so high just to get a deposit. You know, they're looking at tens and tens of thousands,
Yeah.
and yet the rent is like £2 a month for a small place.
Hello, nomadic. Yeah, go on.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Jimmy.
Right, I'm at it.
hmm
I'll see you
So,
on Tuesday earlier.
Jimmy, big
Yeah,
up, fella. So
nice one.
you came back to the UK within the last few weeks, as such.
Came back about late last month, middle of September. Came back.
Okay. So apart from that, so how long have you been out of country before you came back with this time?
About 11 years was the last time I came back.
Oh, bloody hell! So what was it like for being out of this country for 11 years?
Well, I mean, the main high street was all non-English people, and you got non-English people like Dave said, complaining about, you know, lack of English people. You got just people complaining everywhere about the state of the country. I was in the queue in the bank, and people just complaining, "Oh, this country's screwed. Look the way they treat us and stuff." I'm just sitting there like in the queue, and just people are
Right.
moaning left, right, and centre.
Because
And
obviously I follow obviously a limited amount of channels, because you can get involved in so many channels that will just like blow your mind. So I choose to pick like a few London channels, like Hammers and stuff like that, and like Dave and things, and because if you get involved in too many channels, you're not going to get a proper understanding. But it just seems, like I said, I left England in 2014.
yeah,
I got pulled up by somebody even here the other day. Oh God, what's going on in England? And I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, "God, it hasn't it losing?" Because obviously America sees like England's losing their minds. Well, it's big up England. I'm not going to even go down that thing because England is a bloody hard bunch of people. I ain't going to say that England's lost it in any way or form, but it's just weird watching a lot of stuff. And even for my mother, even after all these years, she never got involved in politics. Suddenly she's saying, "Oh my God, it's so bad here in England," and stuff like that.
Well,
So,
yeah, I
so
mean, you
go on, Jimmy.
got these people coming over and they're quite masculine size, if that makes any sense. It's almost like in England they're trying to take away, sorry, I'm mouthful. They're trying to take it the way if you want to be like a man and you want to be like, do like manly stuff, it's like, I don't know, masculinity seems to be attacked. But these people coming over, they're strong, they're fit, and they're ready to fight. And I'll tell you the truth, the thing that worries me the most is that there's so many of them all over the country. I'm worried about something all happening simultaneously, all at the same time, in all different parts of the country, just like when those riots happened years ago. And I'm worried that the English people won't be able to, won't have a clue what's going on with all the chaos. Because they all talk to each other,
Right.
through their places where they meet up. That's what worries me the most.
I mean, the way I look at it, like the whole world has issues. Like we've got issues here in America. We just don't. It's not publicized as much as what's going on in England. But we have the self-same problems here in the US, and I'm sure that whole thing is all the way around the world. With immigration and blah blah blah.
You've got the right to defend yourselves in the US. English people don't. That's
Well,
another thing I noticed. They've got this anti-like knife crime and stuff like that. So what?
Right.
So what if you want to defend yourself? What chance have you got? Call 999. Will they turn up in time? Doubt it. Are you allowed to defend yourself any way, shape, or form? Yeah, with your fists. So you tell that to people that are armed on the streets daily. And if someone attacks your house and you got something by your bed in case someone attacks you, you'll be the one going to jail. It is absolutely fucked, man. It is wrong.
Yeah, but then,
it is so wrong.
like here, we have guns and stuff like that, and I have various guns and things. But you can get yourself in a whole lot of bother with guns. Not all states hold the same laws. Because
I know
the
that.
way I look at America's like 50 countries on one rock. It's very different. Each state has an awful lot different when it comes to laws and stuff like that. We have a gun problem here. Well, when I say a gun problem, from an English point of view, we have a gun problem. There's a whole bunch of guns out. We're the most heavily armed country in the world here. But
Legal ones or illegal ones?
Right, but England has a knife problem. It doesn't have a gun problem. It's got the knife problem.
It does have a gun problem, but
What,
illegal firearms. Yeah, because shootings happen every day. Only problem is that legal law-abiding citizens are the ones that get caught up in the middle. If you live in a rough area where there's crackheads outside, you've got zero rights.
If we said like London has like a gun problem, Dave is obviously a Londoner. Whether he be on the M25 or whatever, he's within that thing. Dave, do you see gun problems every day in London and stuff like that?
Pretty much.
Damn. Oh, God.
That's what I mean. The thing is,
you'll hear about it at least once a week.
Okay.
Take away the rights for all the honest people to defend themselves. You just leave dishonest people to have all the power.
But what you hear more about, Nomadic, is on a daily stabbings.
Exactly, because that's
So
what I
easy to
said.
do.
We have a gun issue here in the USA. England has a knife issue.
Yes.
Like here, like Chicago on a weekend, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that 10 to 15 people is going to get shot. It's a normal thing in Chicago.
That's the most heavily gun restricted place in America.
What,
Yeah, there's the
Chicago?
most shootings there. Yeah, they got illegal, the less, I think the second strictest gun laws of all the states in America. Yeah, they got the
I don't know.
highest murder rate.
We have certain places that if I go into, my computer goes off telling me that I need to go and park back at an OC and whatever because it's a high crime problem.
Would you
Um,
say it's a weapon problem or a gang problem?
no, it just says it's a bad problem. You don't need to be parked there, you know. And I can go to some places. I'm just delivering liquid that's used in paint or something, but it just says, you know, get out of there because I would go to certain places in. Hold on, let me be tactful here. I will go to certain places in like Illinois and stuff like that, and it's a no-go area for a person like me
Wow.
because it's a black and if anybody's in here, whatever, I'm just saying the way it is. It will come up as it's a Black Lives Matter area, and you need to avoid that area. And I will go through, and there'll be a whole bunch of flags saying Black
Wow.
Lives Matter and stuff like
How
that,
does
and
it
you'll
know
just
what you are?
hmm?
How does it know who you are? Whether you support them or don't support them?
It doesn't matter. It comes up on these trucks because we're being
Wow.
tracked by the US government.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm. Wow.
So suddenly it would just blip
Wow.
up on my computer that don't go there, don't do this, don't do that, whatever. Because I am tracked, you know, like from what I understand, like they're saying about this ID card in England. I mean, in America, we're tracked by everything. Our phone tracks us. My computer system in this truck tracks me. My TWIC card tracks me. It is what it is. You know, I can't avoid anything. I mean, if you're a bad guy, you're going to be followed. You know, if you ain't got any issues, you're just going to have to deal with it. That's the way of
Yeah,
the
but the
world, and I
problem
think
is with
that's
the
what's
digital ID card, it goes into digital banking and then they can literally zap your tax money out of your bank without
no,
you,
but
without even calculating it first. They
right,
can
but
choose where
Jimmy,
you can and can't spend your
I
money.
cover the right, but Jimmy, I cover the whole of the U.S. Now I guarantee. Now here, right now, I'm in Cincinnati, in Ohio. Now I get loaded in the morning, and I'm going to Texas. But once I cross certain states, my phone just lights up, offering me deals in that state because it knows who I am, where I'm going, and everything. You're not alone in this country.
Yeah.
You're absolutely tracked, you know?
Yeah, I think the people which are doing something naughty, they probably work their way around that system.
Well, that's
Yeah.
down to them. But I mean, if you got your nose clean, you don't need to worry about it. But it's to me, like I said,
Well,
I've got
being
so
tracked isn't
used.
the worst thing. It's more about your spendings and stuff like that.
It's
You know,
everything.
you might
It's
not get
everything.
credit due to your political preferences. You know, you
Right.
might be
Yeah,
lower.
because you. Yeah, because I mean, like I said, you're absolutely tracked here. You know, it is what it is. I can't change it. I'm not going to change it because I'm living here as far as I know, unless something crazy happens, and I'll just go back to the UK. You know, but it's
Yeah, it's the same out here. Everything's tracked as well. They've all got ID cards.
right, and
So,
that's
but
why.
I don't mind having a card, but having a digital ID card, that's a bit on you all the time. That's a little bit
But
scary.
Jimmy, that's the UK behind us because the rest of the world we are followed everywhere. Whether we're going to the bloody toilet or whatever, we're followed. And I just think unfortunately it's you know UK can fight it, but it is just the norm now. It's just the norm.
Oh yeah, the
You
moment
know.
you turn on your phone, the signals, spreading out there, and you're already being tracked from the moment that all the time.
Hmm.
Everyone's being
Well,
tracked.
here's a good example, right? So for you two, especially, right, you're expats. And Jimmy's in Thailand, Nomadic's in America. Now, immigration in that sense works, controlled immigration works because you've assimilated to the countries, both of you. You're both working, you're contributing to society, you're integrating with society. You're not trying to be secular, you're not trying to push any of your beliefs on the nation. And
Right.
that's the way it should be.
Hmm.
Exactly. Man. I come here because I like the culture, I like the people, and if the culture was to change, I wouldn't want to be here. That's simple.
It's a long way for this place to change.
But the way I see it, and I'm not. For me, it isn't about a colour thing because I don't care if you're black, white, fucking brown, pink, green, yellow, or blue. For me, I see it as you got to be ashamed to be white. You got to be ashamed to be British. You got to be ashamed to be Irish. You've just got to be ashamed, and it's like, to me, there shouldn't be no shame in any colour,
You should be
regardless
proud
where
of
you're
it.
from.
Exactly. That's why, you know, from what I understand, if I have British flags and crap like that, I'm like a fascist and a racist. No, I've got British flags on this truck. I've got it inside the truck and whatever. I wear even the British flag bloody t-shirt. I'm a patriot. You know, even though I have dual nationality with America, England is my country, and I'm always going to be like I'm always going to be behind England. So it
Well,
does. Mm,
in America and the same as out here, like being a patriot is actually seen as a good thing. Here they raise the flag every morning before school and sing the national anthem.
hmm
It's like you couldn't come in here and try even attempt to try and change the place. They kick you straight out. I
Right,
noticed in America, like
yeah, but I adapted to America. But like I said, one of the things that stopped me going from green card to citizenship was I was told I'd have to renounce England, which I would never renounce
no, you
England.
don't have to
Why?
do that. Oh, you do
Well,
if
but
you're
in
American, yeah.
America, they think that you're supposed to renounce it, and why on earth would I renounce it? So I kept it to the last minute. I had a 10-year green card. I took it right up to the limit because I wasn't prepared. It was going to get to a situation that I'm either going to just piss off back to England because I'm not going to renounce England. But no, they said, "Oh no, you can do that, but we're going to keep quiet, and yes, you can have dual nationality because most American politicians have got American stroke Jewish nationality. They have a dual nationality with the Jewish, with Israel and stuff. And that was my issue. That's what stopped me from ever going for citizenship in this country because, on principle, I'm not ever going to renounce England. I'm
I
not going to
don't think it's
apologise.
up to you. I don't think you're allowed to do that. I think it's up to the English government. I
No,
think
but
it's
America, no, but America, when you go through it, they will say to you, look, you know, we're going to ask you to renounce England. We're not going to hold you to it. It was just stupidity. That when I went through it through early part of this year, that when they put me through like this test thing, you got to answer questions and blah blah blah. But that was one of the things we're going to ask you to renounce England, but we're not going to hold you to it and that's what I said to them. Well, good, because if not, I'm going to walk out of it because I'm not going to do it. I was born in England and I'm a proud Brit. Fuck it. So you know.
yeah.
I
Sometimes
don't,
you can
I
see a
don't
lot.
think I don't think there's anything wrong with being patriotic. I don't think there's anything wrong with being proud of where you're from. Um, I think you also, I know you do to a degree, you embrace the American way of life. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there, would you? Same as Jimmy with Thailand.
hmm But
Yeah,
I'm not. I will never renounce England. I can't do that. End of.
I don't know. I just tired because I was put a lot of energy before I left England into doing the stuff. If this stuff was happening now before I left, I would have been right in the thick of it. No one actually, people talked at the moment, but no one did anything. People are doing a lot more now than they did then. They had to wait for it to get really, really bad. Like 20 odd years ago. Even then I was looked at as a racist and a this and a that. And you got to point in, so what? Here I am, so what? I'm going to move to Asia and have a Thai family. Oh, I'm a good racist, aren't I?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
called on a couple of channels, fascist and racist, recently. That was madness, just because I just
Really?
said, yeah. I just thought, wow, just because I support the Union Jack. I know the Union. Let's say that like the British flag. I mean, the Union Jack obviously is when it's at sea, and that's the way that most people see the British flag as the Union Jack, which is when it's on the sea, you know?
Correct. Otherwise, it's the Union flag.
Right. So I have the Union Jack on my truck and inside my truck and stuff like that. And big up Paul O'Neill. Love you, sir. So, but all I'm talking about, I'm just talking about my own opinions. I don't mean to offend anybody or whatever. It's just me saying what I think and what I do, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not here to offend anybody, so
it's very easy to offend people
it
without
is,
even
but I'm
realising.
not into this. I came into YouTube listening because I want to just listen to my voice, like
Yeah, me too.
the British
I want
accent, you know?
I came on a YouTube because during the lockdown, and I started seeing all these YouTube channels. I started spending more time on social media. I started looking into people calling people out for fights and stuff like that. I thought, this is a bit of me because I'm into uh, Muay Thai and stuff anyway. Then I realised most of it was just comedic stuff, and then
I
started
came
getting involved a
into
bit
it
of
because
drama.
I dealt with a lot of American truckers, and I came into this YouTube thing because um, there was a certain bloke like had about 6 of us truck drivers who was the best driver, and I beat these like Americans because there was like double drivers and all this other stuff, and I won that stuff, and it was just and that's why I've stayed with a lot of the trucking channels in the US because that's how they know me, you know. So but this is a different thing. I came into this 2 or 3 years back through Mr. D's channel and through um, Jay and stuff like that. So that's how I found this whole side. It's very different than American truck channels. Trust me. So,
Just so I just explained to a mate of mine sitting next to me what all this YouTube's about.
it's
Uh,
changed. It's absolutely changed from when I came into this. So,
What
crazy.
YouTube?
Yeah, the British side has very much changed. There's a lot of I try to get on with everybody. If I don't get on with you and you can't see me, it's because there's no conversation there. You know,
Yeah,
I block people. I don't want to get into arguments with people. We're all entitled opinions and whatever. You know. Um,
yeah, but you're not on here for that anyway, are you?
no, I just like to listen to, like I say, when I say my voice, I'm talking about like you, Dave, talking or Jimmy talking or whatever, because trying to explain the joke to Americans here and shit like that, you're pissing in the wind.
some advertisement.
Right, there's nothing
The
there.
sense of
So
humour are different.
yeah, so I'll be driving along and I'll switch on certain channels, just listening to people talk. You know, if it gets a bit crazy, I jump out. I'm just not interested in.
Yeah, I used to like YouTube. It was like an LBC, but you could pick your topic depending on what channel it was on, and just put it on the
Right.
Bluetooth and listen to people talking stuff like we're doing now.
Right,
But
and that's what I listen to because I get to talk to British people,
yeah,
British, Irish, Scottish, Welsh, whatever. But it's my voice, and that's what I miss here because I don't. When you come to a foreign country like you did, Jimmy, like going to a foreign country, a lot of things change. That there's a whole bunch of things change actually. Like just normal everyday things. Everything changes.
So,
And you know what I'm talking about, Jimmy. So.
so
yeah. There's a
nomadic.
lot of English expats
You have
out
a
here.
smartphone.
Hmm?
You have a smartphone, right?
iPhone, yeah, yeah.
Right. So on the is it the Apple Store? You have to download apps.
Hmm.
So have you got a tune-in radio app on your phone?
No, because Dave, I'm old school. Fuck me backwards. I don't know how to download half these bloody stuff on here.
Well, if you manage to download the tune-in radio app, then you can
Tuning radio.
listen. You can listen to British radio stations while you're driving
I might do
along.
that myself.
I've got that on my Apple stuff. I've got Radio One on there
Just try that
sometimes.
in the
Listening
back
to
so I can
Radio One.
remember.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
there's
going
a
to
few
bounce. I've just
things.
got to go somewhere.
All right, Jim.
My
Nice popping up.
spin's
Nice
bro. Speak
seeing
this
you.
week. Right,
Big up,
right, right.
Jimmy.
Take care.
No, and I will listen to I'll listen to like stuff like that, like Radio One. I know it's not like an informational thing or whatever, but it's British sound as such,
Mm,
and that's what I miss here. Well, apart from British food and stuff like that, I miss a lot of that stuff because even though Americans talk sort of the same as us, that's where it finishes. The rest of it is very different. Um, it gets weird when you have to specifically go to a British shop to get British food here,
mm,
which is 3 times the price for what it is in the UK and whatever. But wherever I can, like I say, I'll always support England because Christ, I lived there for most of my life for like 45 years before I came here.
yeah.
Um, and I still miss it. And the conversation I had with my mother the other day because she's coming here. And I said to her, I said, look, if things get a little bit different, we may be going back to England. I said, because I just, I get homesick. Even after 14 years, I get homesick.
Well,
I
try
just
try
do.
and try and download that app because it's you can listen to any radio station, not just in the UK but anywhere. So when I
Mm,
go abroad, I like obviously like you drive trucks. So when I'm in Europe, I mean some of the European radio stations are okay, but I normally listen to LBC in the morning, Nick Ferrari.
right. I like him, actually. I do like Nick. I watch him on YouTube through LBC. And
Mm,
yeah, he's a lad. I do like him, Nick Ferrari.
morning, Grumps. Yeah, I mean he's. I'm not really a big fan of LBC, but he's a reason
Right,
why I listen to him.
right, exactly.
And the
No,
one
no, I
after
do
him
get.
at 10 o'clock, James O'Brien, is an absolute knob.
No. Yeah, you get some funny suckers on there, but yeah, Ferrari, yeah, I absolutely do like that guy.
At least I think I would consider him centre right, or probably more to the right. But he's quite fair in how he deals with people on there. I think.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, all this, I ain't into titles and stuff like that. I know the right, the left, center, whatever. I'm just me, and I know that I get like classed as Jesus Christ, like I said, I get classed as racist, fascist, and whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
not
care.
being all that. I know.
I'm just me. I don't care. Um, I don't need titles. I just don't need titles.
Yeah,
It,
but
that,
but what it is though, nomadic, right? It's these people try and make you feel ashamed because you have a passion about your country or a passion about your flag. So I ask these people on the left that do you not love your country?
right, because you get like in this community, like I say, we've got some decent Irish people with Paul O'Neill, Suzanne, and stuff like that, and Ulick. We have a bunch of good people. We have a bunch of good Welsh people. We have a whole bunch of. Then you get these tosspots like Ubers that comes into this whole system that just thrives on just being an arsehole.
Where's
You
a
know,
disruptor?
That's what I've said to people. This guy is an absolute disruptor. The first time I ever came across this twat was a few years back when me and Ulick were on a certain live with Mr. D and a few others, just having a good old chat, and then this fucking inbred comes on, excuse my French, comes
Oh,
on,
all right.
mouthing off and stuff like that. I never heard of the bloke till then. And then suddenly Mr. Dio said, "Oh, this is this twat," and it's like, and that's my issue with him, Ubers. It's never going to change because every time I have any contact with that twat, there's an issue. So like, that's why me and him don't talk. There's nothing there. Um, if there's no conversation, no positiveness with somebody, don't talk to me. You're blocked, and we ain't speaking. And
Yeah.
and he is right at the top of that list because he's a dickhead. I don't care for the bloke. He just spits poison on everything that I ever see. I had a conversation with somebody the other day saying, "Oh, about about this dickhead, and I just said to him, like, I can't cope with the bloke because he gets on, he's spitting bullets on people, he can't stop his poison and stuff like that, and yet he has this thing where he comes on channels. Oh, I don't know why people don't like me. Oh my god, for real, you know, and I just that's it. He's a dickhead. Sorry.
Well, one of the things I've well, a few things I could actually point out, but one of the things that resonates with me with Ubers is it always come up with the anti-Irish sentiment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That that was one thing he did that one day, and I pointed out to. I think he went on Laura Kay's Laura, whatever you
yeah.
however you pronounce it. And the first words where he said was, "Laura, you like the Irish, don't you?" And I thought, "You wanker! Who the fuck says that?" It
Yeah.
was just the absolute stupidity of that remark, and that tells you what you're dealing with. Because if you're going to come on and say stupidity like that, yeah, go jump off a cliff. You know.
Well, this is the thing, right? Now, you, I mean, I love the Irish, the Welsh, the Scots, the English, but you could meet an English cunt, a Scottish cunt, an Irish cunt, a Welsh cunt.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't mean because one person's bad that they're all bad, but him in particular. Now, I've always got on with Ubers, even though he does like to disrupt and antagonise, because that's what he does. He is a paid agitator, and Suzanne's right. So if he won't use the Irish slant, he'll use the Jewish angle. And if it's not the Jewish angle, he'll come up with something else. Now, he'll always want to ask you questions, but when you want to put questions to him, he swerves it.
Yeah, because he went on a live a couple of weeks back that I heard the next day, and he's gunning for me, saying, "Oh, you know, nomadic Brits this, nomadic Brits that," and it's like, oh my god, you know, he wastes his time on just individuals, whether it be me, whether it be Vincent, or whatever. It's I mean, he's just a fat alcoholic. Go fuck yourself in a corner. Sort your life out before you come back on here. Don't get drunk and pissed off with people if you're going to go live on a YouTube channel.
I've got a
Because
guest backstage, Nomadic. I don't know who this is.
Mhm.
Can you just give us a wave? I don't know who this is, but I think I'm going to get royally chat on here. I'm going to have to put a banner up, I think, because I don't know who it is.
Don't say it's this twat.
No, no, no. I don't think it is.
Mm.
Hang on. Hello,
Hey, how are you?
hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
There we go.
You're a fucking retarded nigger.
Yeah, I am retarded, but there you go. I do welcome everybody to the panel until they want to do that.
Hmm.
But there you go. I know it was going to happen anyway.
It's sad actually that an individual would just sit there and do that.
I
What
know.
life has that person got? They got fuck all going on in their world. Sorry, ladies in the chat, but that person has got fuck all going on in their
I'd
world.
like them to come up and do it again.
They're just a sad individual, and that's
uh, you're right. You're right. But you know what? You're never going to stop them doing it, are you? They're going to do it regardless. So,
I know. But what you're dealing with, like a fucking wanker like that, and like I said, and I'll get it. It's just fucking. Oh god, it makes me
yeah,
swear, boys. It makes me swear because
yeah.
I can't be dealing with a twat like that because. Like really, where are they going on in life that they've got to sit there on a channel doing that sort of shit? God, that is a sad, sad life. Sorry.
I know. I know. That's what I should have done. That's
Hmm.
what I should have done. I hit the wrong one.
Yeah, twat.
That's all
Absolutely
right.
twat, whoever it was.
Never mind. Uh,
Anyway, Ed, the best thing you can do with this at the moment is stop this live. Do what, because I think people don't they stop these lives and they restart it or whatever, so you don't get struck and things. Am I right or am I wrong?
yeah, they do.
What's that? I know Hoover's family. Big up, Ulick.
Yeah,
Oh, damn. I don't mind, Dave. If we need to jump off so you can restart this for your pick, you got 48 people watching you, so I don't care. You know,
yeah.
whichever's best for you, so you don't get struck. So
Ah, well, if it's going to get struck, it gets struck. I'll just have to edit the bit out. That's all.
look at all the Irish laughing. Paul,
Yeah, exactly.
Ulick,
That was good. That was a good
Nick,
one, Nick.
Suzanne. What's that?
But you know
I
what? The other, when was it? Going back, some time ago now. He came to London and he was on a tour bus and he was 2 minutes round the corner from me. But by the time someone had told me, I was too late.
who? Ulick.
Yeah, no Ubers.
Oh, cool. Fucking hell. That was
Yeah,
a shame.
so I was working literally round the corner from where he was.
Yeah, no, I've met up with Ulick and Joni, and they're good people. But
Hmm.
sorry, but Ubers is not that guy. Ubers is a dickhead.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
I wouldn't be aggressive or anything like that, but yeah, I'll meet him and I'll probably ask him a couple of questions and see if he'd want to dodge him then.
Before I plaster that pint glass over his head, yeah, I get that bit. So I just don't know. Like I say, I've met obviously Ulick and Joni. I've met a couple of people on this, and they've been fine. But Ubers, no, that's not a person I would ever have a pint with. I wouldn't do it. Sorry, couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Paul O'Neill has got his fingers crossed when he says he loves the Ubers. I swear to God, he's got his fingers crossed, legs crossed. He's laughing.
no, I think he would actually love to meet Ubers, is what he's saying.
No, I think he's telling fibs.
Mm,
Chubby Bakewell. Who the crap's Chubby Bakewell? He's
that's someone that's just about to leave the room, actually.
YouTube scum. Is that Jay or is that somebody else?
That should be Jay.
Okay. Jay, why don't you just change your name to Jay? I don't know why people change their names completely different.
Morning, Jay. How you doing?
Big up,
Sorry,
Mark.
Nicola, about that. Gives a whole new meaning to hot chocolate. Hmm.
Oh, hold on. Oh, Nicola. Yeah. Yeah. She's probably she was taking a close look at that thinking, oh my God.
Yeah.
Big up, Nicola. Oh, damn. Pick me up
Jump
hot
up,
chocolate.
Jay. Jump up if you want. Links there pinned. He
Nicola's
was
trying
on.
to be like, Nicola's trying to pretend it like she wasn't looking. She went for a double take. Swear to
Well,
God.
there, well, you could stir your hot chocolate with that.
I know. Damn. Yeah, jump up, Jay. You
Yeah,
top
because
bot.
he was on Tunes earlier.
Was he?
Yeah, so was you.
I came in I came in tunes like the tail end of it, about the last 10 minutes. Then he said he had to go or something. Tunes did. And Let's and there was a smiley face and
I was listening to the screaming.
I know.
Oh my god.
I mean that tunes guy. I'm biased. I like the Londoners. Sorry if Londoners offend people.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I like
but I'm
Tunes.
biased. You know, and he seems okay. You know, he's never been. Not that I've been on his channel much at all because I've only come into this community via, like I said, Jay and Mr. D. And that's what brought me into this whole community thing.
Yeah,
And then I just see certain things. I mean, I'm not sub to an awful lot of stuff because I did being in that different time zone. You don't get to hear a lot of stuff. You know, like here now that you're on, it's only like coming up for 10 o'clock at night here,
right,
and
gotcha.
which is like 3 o'clock in the morning with you.
Yeah,
So I don't listen to too much stuff like that. You know, I
yeah,
mean, there's funny people like, you know, I miss like Mish doing her stuff and things. I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to speak on whatever's going on. But I miss stuff like that, and I watch Tyrone. I watch you. I do watch Jamie. I watch like a few channels, not an awful lot, not as much as a lot. Um, yeah, big up Grumps, respect to Grumps, and thank you for your service, sir. Um, I don't watch an awful lot. I don't listen to a lot. I go into YouTube. I watch documentaries and things like that, and I watch different film channels on this. Um, yeah, I try to get on with whatever people. Even me and you have had a disagreement prior, but we've
Yeah,
sorted it.
no,
It's
we're
just
cool.
worked its shit out, you know. I just
Exactly, and that's the
I
thing I like about you is that we spoke about it, we've moved on from it, but some people in here, nomadic, they just can't move on.
right, and that yeah, that's an issue to people, and I like I said, I try to get on with some. If I don't get on with you, then we ain't gonna get on. So I just block it. I move on because I can't be asked for that shit.
But you know what though, like when I've had you and Tyke both in here, and it's like, well, you're totally chalk and cheese. You're like the gentleman of the trucking world, and he's totally
No,
not.
no. Robert comes from the same American truck channels that I came from. So I've known Robert for probably, God, bag of me, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I like
And
Tyke. I do like him. He's a character.
once he's had one or two sherbets, he loses his shit. He just absolutely goes out the window.
Yeah,
Because and the American truck channels that I get on with Robert and Wilburn and people like that. Oh my God, these people are absolutely wrecked. You're even watching like I think I put a remark in earlier on. We get swatted, we get knock on the door with stabs and stuff like that. American truck channels, they get wild.
yeah,
It's just insane. It's this looks a lot more tame over here, but you know, but we get it just as wild over here, and if not worse, and so you watch your P's and Q's and you dodge bullets and things like that because, like I said, I don't mind watching certain lives, and I'll happily donate to various lives. It's not just British lives because I'm in American truck channels.
yeah,
Because that's my forte now because I'm in the US and I drive a truck. So boom, you just follow American truck channels. Um, and we've had good things where unfortunately truck drivers have lost and we will raise a whole bunch of money charity wise to help truck drivers. um
mm,
we've raised thousands on certain things, like one truck driver had a big fire at his house, so we raised about 18 or 20 like $20,000 to help him rebuild that.
oh,
We've
brilliant.
done a whole bunch of things, and it is what it is. I don't publicize it and whatever. It is what it is. So when I get involved in like donations in this channel or the British side, it's just a part of what I get involved with because you just
Yeah,
help
that's what you
charity.
do. What
You
you
just
do.
pass
Yeah,
on good karma, yeah. Because coming from unfortunately my situation in London as a kid, you just you go out your way to stop that sort of stuff, and you want to
yeah.
just change the world and do the best you can, and that's what I
Hmm.
try to do, be the best
No,
I can.
you're a good guy. You're a good guy. I mean, the other week I was coming back from where was it? I come back from Switzerland, and I was on the
Blimey.
train, on the truck train. The freight train that comes back through the Channel Tunnel,
Hmm.
and got talking to this guy from Somerset. And, oh my God, he just wanted to beat up the whole fucking world. It's like, yeah, I'm doing this, and I thought, fuck me, I thought I was angry, but this guy is proper angry.
Hmm.
And I know you do meet them, and I mean, I've even been on the fucking boat over to Calais and other ferries to Ireland and to Holland, and you'll meet, you'll encounter a trucker and you're sitting there having your meal, and oh, can I join you? Yeah, go on then. And it's like, hey, how many wheels your truck got? I'm not interested. Not because I
Right.
haven't got an interest in trucks, just because I've been in it all bloody day, and I'd rather talk about something else.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we've got a big problem like in this country where we've got a lot of people sleeping in cars in truck stops and stuff like that. But I will buy like a hot meal and a drink and stuff out for anybody that's in their car, because that's the last thing they've got going on in their world. They don't have a house, they have no support,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
America doesn't have the support. Like I know a lot of people knock England, but America doesn't have the support like even England does have right now.
mm,
America, you just get dropped on your head. That's it. You're on your
yeah,
own. Now, me, I came to this country and I've always looked after myself. I've never asked this country for nothing, so it's never affected me. But
yeah.
I do see a lot of people living in cars. So if I'm there, I knock on the window with a coffee and a hot, and a hot meal and stuff like that. And you'll be so shocked how many people want to tell you their name and everything
Yeah, their story. Yeah, I get it.
because they've been forgotten about and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And you'll stand there talking to them and stuff like that. Um, I try to help what you can do. What else can you do when
mm.
there's all this madness going on around you?
Well, I've
And
seen quite a few YouTube channels where people are sleeping in their cars.
yeah, it's big here. It's big
Mm.
because they've lost everything. So now they're living in a. I mean, cracky. Even the car could be only worth like $1,000. They are absolutely that so removed. They've lost everything. Whenever I'm helping somebody, I don't ask them their reason why they're there, because that's really not my business. Um, there could be a whole bunch of things of why they're in that situation, but it's irrelevant to me. I just tried to help them on that day. I know it's not going to help them all the other 365 days of the year, but if you can just pass on good karma and try to help somebody,
Yeah,
it
you're
it's
giving them a
it's got to
lift.
be right. And that's what I said and they will absolutely tell you their name. You don't ask it for it, but they will say like, oh, my name is so and so. And that's a person that has been so removed. They want you to talk to them. They
Mm.
want to say, look, I'm still alive. I'm still here. And you just try to help them, you just
Someone's
try to help
son,
them.
someone's daughter, someone's father, someone's mother. Could
Exactly.
be anyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh. And it is disturbing because, like I say, this truck, yeah, I've got beds, I've got a whole bunch of stuff. So if I'm stopped at that same truck stop, you can go to sleep and I've got all those luxuries, but they're just living in their car.
that's right.
I'm never going to invite somebody into this truck because I don't trust a lot of that stuff, whether it
Nah,
be guns, knives, whatever, or druggies. And I've come across a whole bunch of people since I've been here. But that bit does bother the hell out of me that I've come to this country and I see this. I know it goes on in England. Don't get me wrong. England has homeless and stuff like that. Absolutely, it's all around the world. But it it just bothers you. It
do you
just
know what I've
you
noticed more over here? Sorry to interrupt you, no, Meg. What I have noticed more over here is people have taken to motorhomes.
okay.
Yeah, more, a lot more of that. You see a lot more of them parked up now.
It is. I mean, from what I understand, people are starting to living. Like we have the school buses, the yellow school buses, like the
Yeah,
things you see in film. A lot of people are starting to change them
convert
into
them.
homes
Hmm.
and stuff like that. Um, it's just crazy in a civilized state, and yet this country, we're all about going to war and stuff like this. It's kind of mental. That last time I looked, charity begins at home. I don't know why any country can't look after its own.
And there's another thing as well, like van life. So I've noticed that there's a lot more of those vans parked up as well. So it's not just your traditional sort of motorhomes that you could tell are motorhomes. There's actually vans that have been converted, but there's also the vans that are what we call stealth vans.
Okay.
So they look like a general sort of builder's tradesman kind of van, but people are actually living in it, and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, we had many moons back. We had a massive hurricane in Louisiana called Katrina. Now,
Mm,
Katrina caused a whole bunch of devastation, but also what it was, FEMA, which is like a support thing of like when we have problems around this country, FEMA gets involved. I don't know what it stands for, but FEMA is what they're called, FEMA. Now, they supplied a whole bunch of caravans, what we would class as caravans in the UK. Something you would tow along with your car and whatever. They supplied tons of them there. And once Katrina had subsided and people were starting to move back, these homes were like rented out. These caravans, they started renting them out, and it was only till recently that they finally got rid of them. There was like fields of these FEMA caravans because people are still living in them.
Yeah.
And some of these crazy bloody storms we have, you know, like hurricanes and whatever, let alone tornadoes. If you go to places that are absolutely devastated anyway, like Louisiana or Mississippi or Arkansas, which are broken states anyway, you just see these houses that are absolutely, well, caravans that are devastated, and they got tarpaulins on the roof for years
Mm.
because they just can't move on. They're just stuck in, unfortunately, in this whole junk, you know? It's crazy.
Uh,
And
well,
like the biggest problem, like I said, we got going. I know people hate me for it, but Trump is not helping our situation here at the moment now, domestically. I don't care for what's going on internationally. That doesn't affect me. Domestically, Trump is not helping us with his tariffs, with the whole bunch of other stuff. It's absolutely having a big effect on the normal working class. From what I can see, he has no effect on me because I look after myself. I don't rely on this government in any way or form, and I never would do. But this guy Trump now is not the Trump that I thought he was years back when he first came in with his first term. This is something rather different now that we're getting these, like, there's a whole bunch of issues, you know, whether it be like the government is still shut down now and nobody seems to give a flying toss about opening up whatever, you know.
hmm
This is on for the, like, I think tomorrow is the longest shutdown in history for this country. And then you've got this whole oh, what's it bloody called? Snap thing, with people
yeah.
on this Snap thing, which is like food related. Um, it's not, you know, nothing has changed. It's not going to happen. It's not going to help people. One day he's going to help people. No, he's not. And there's 50 odd million. And we've got other things going on in this country that you've got the same in England, but it's not publicized here. That's weird, you know, whether it be the whole Muslim thing, like I said, and I'm not going to get into a lot of that Muslim thing. Um, and everything. Like I said, now I drive along and I think I'll see certain things on bridges and stuff like that about Trump and Epstein and stuff like it. It's very vocal here.
Mm.
We've got issues here, you know, but according to the world, no, America is fantastic. No, it's not. We've got big issues here. And it's somewhere along the line it's going to explode, you know, because especially with the Snap thing, because from what I understand, you know, I could be wrong, but there's like 50 odd million people here on Snap cards or whatever, which is the food vouchers.
hmm
Um, so by all accounts, if they're not fed, you know, it was supposed to get like restarted tomorrow, but now Trump is saying no, it's not. And now it's going to court and all this other thing. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. It's just so I'm just saying it's like, you know, I know you think like England's got problems, which yes, supposedly it has. Like I said, I can't speak on England because I don't live in England. I rely on people like you to tell me what's going on in England. How can I speak on a country I'm not living in? But when somebody tells me that there's people here on stamps, that Snap thing earning 12,000 a month, really? If all these people are on 12,000 a month, why is any American working? Why would you need to leave home if you're on $12,000 a month? You know, there's a lot of noise going on, and you've got to make your own decisions in life. You know, as with your channel, as with any channel, you make your own decisions based on what you hear. You know.
hmm Yeah, like I say, I don't really watch TV, so I don't watch mainstream news channels as such. The only sort of mainstream news channel I see on here is GB News.
Well, like Paul is asking about that, like if it happens, we're going to have a Muslim mayor in New York. Now, New York is a political hot point. Now you've got Sadiq Khan, and I know Trump's had a blow up about him, but it looks like we're going to have the same thing here. You know, I'm not religious. I don't get involved with religion. I don't get involved with politics on my channel, whatever, because people might not like my opinion on stuff. But we're going to have the same thing that you have in London very soon, because it looks like it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to have a Muslim mayor. So, like I said, America is not a lot different than England. It's just not publicized here. England is very open about, or certainly through, like I say, the channels that I watch is very open about what's going on. It might get a bit rough. They might get a bit racist or whatever, you know, like I say, but I watch channels like with Hammers. Hammers says what's going on. So does Paul O'Neill and Suzanne. And you know, like I say, and you listen to it, you make your own perception on what they're telling you. It is what it is, you know. Like I said, and I don't need to be called a racist and whatever just because I'm listening and making an opinion. We're all entitled to an opinion in this world. You know, just be sensible about it. You know.
Yeah. But this is the thing, though. I mean, where have you ever known a group of people to go to another country that's predominantly Muslim and turn it into Christian? It just don't happen.
Like Paul, like okay, Paul O'Neill says, like the Dems and Republicans, it doesn't matter. The puppets to corporate. Exactly. He just summed it right up there. I don't give a flying toss about Republicans or Democrats because they don't give a flying toss about me. Why on earth would I care for something that it is absolutely like against me? Like I said, even with this even with this country shut down a moment, nobody apart from the politicians is being paid. How pathetic is that? That they've got the army not being paid. I mean, they've got the military not being paid, but these bunch of moron politicians, they're being paid. They're getting Obamacare. They're getting a whole bunch of stuff that makes no sense to me. It's just, yeah, opinions. Yeah, see, Suzanne's quite diplomatic when she says opinions are like assholes. So, yeah, big up, Suzanne. So,
Morning,
but
Rick. How you doing?
I'm just saying, you know, the whole world has got issues. It ain't just England, you know. It absolutely is not just England.
No,
So
it
don't.
isn't. I mean, the world will always have issues. I think one of the biggest issues facing the Western world, if you like, if we look at Western Europe and the UK and Ireland and America and Canada,
Uh-huh.
you've only got to see that there's a pattern that's the same model is being used in each of those countries, and it isn't even by stealth; it's just openly done now.
Right.
I mean, look. So, for example, so when you get somebody who's Christian in power, they don't then put a load of Christian beliefs and force people into, we're going to start putting all our Christian ways on people. Things just tick along as normal or as normal as can be.
Right.
But when you get somebody from a different religious group, then suddenly all these other things are implemented and thrown in for the benefit of that particular religious group. Well, that to me is not what I call living in a fair and just society.
Hmm. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I mean, I ain't religious. I put it out there. I'm just not a religious person. I don't believe in stuff like that. But each to their own, you know. As long as that religion doesn't come on and cause me a hassle, I don't have a problem with it. So
Yeah,
I'm not a, you know, I'm not a Christian, a Catholic, whatever.
no, I
Like I
get
said.
I get what you're saying, but even though it doesn't affect you personally, it's
Mhm.
affecting the very people that you're from the same set.
Right.
So it might not be you under attack today or tomorrow or next week or next month, but it could be you next year.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, is that England doesn't need to think that it's just going on in England. This is around the world, and America is keeping an awful lot of this quiet of what we're dealing with. So don't, nobody needs to think that, oh God, we're living in this absolutely free world and life is good, because no, it's not. It's pretty much the same as it's going on in England. Unfortunately, England has it on, like, it's out there. It's on a speaker and everything, so everybody knows what's going on in England. But it's, like I said, it's kept pretty much shush here, and
See,
that's
what I've found, right? This is just my own take on things, and it isn't about trying to incite racial hatred or anything else. But why is it that whites are not allowed to speak up for themselves? Why is it whites have got to feel ashamed to be white? Why is it whites are being persecuted for things that happened hundreds of years ago? I mean, what do we do then? Do we then go to the Italians and say to the Romans, we want, we want repatriate,
reparations.
yeah,
Reparation.
or yeah,
I
I can never say the fucking word, but do we then go to them? Do we go to the Vikings? Do we go to the Germans, the Danes? I mean, where does it end?
We've got the biggest thing that I've noticed here is, because I travel most of the states, I get to see an awful lot of things. But I'm starting to see the Confederacy flag appearing, like big ass flags, coming up in the South and everything, and monuments put against them that weren't there prior. So you know that there is issues going on that's starting to run deep. Now people are going to start going back on the past, um, with like the Confederacy here and stuff like that. That's what concerns me a bit more here, is that you've got this. Uh, Trump is creating that. Like I say, I'm not knocking on Trump. Trump's what he is, but he's creating this. It's trying. It's almost like it's taking us backwards to this, like, silly time where America had problems with itself, with civil. And we're never going to get into a civil war. I know you keep hearing people in England, America saying we're going to get into a civil war. No, we're not. We're going to get into civil disruption. That I do believe. But it's never going to get past that. But there's a lot of people now that are really pissed because the cost of living, that everything is now starting to, and if they voted for him, well, that's what you voted for. The cost of living, the cost of everything now is getting kind of crazy, and we're now starting to see a whole bunch of credit issues here in this country and things like that. Um, it's going to be a rough time. It's going to be a rough time.
So,
It,
so your personal opinion is you can see civil unrest in America?
well, definitely in England. I'm not sure. I mean, this American thing where he's putting troops on the streets and stuff like that. He's putting them in areas that are supposedly got massive crime problems and blah blah blah. I don't think so. That's because he gets very pissed off personally with people. It's not about, like I say, if you look at the presidents before that, whether they're Republicans, Democrats, Obama, Bush, whatever. This guy is very different. He doesn't know how to control himself as a proper president. And just watching the stuff that he's creating now and seeing the divide, I just think we got issues coming this way in America, which you already have in England, but like America won't admit to it.
Well, you say you can see civil unrest in the UK, but you can't see civil war.
Right.
I'm going to disagree with you only because of this point and this point only. So once you've got civil unrest, unless it's nipped in the bud by the authorities or the army, it will lead to civil war.
Well, here we got the biggest problem here. Like I said, that this, if the records are true, There's 400 million guns in circulation in this country. That's why it makes us the heaviest armed country in the world. Let alone, again, if the figures are correct, let alone the 150 million unregistered guns. So there's a lot of guns in this country. We all know that, you know. Problem is, if you sent the army, which are for the people, supposedly to protect the people, if you were to send them street to street to take guns off people, that's where I think there's going to be a big issue. Because a lot of those people, that's their friends, they're taking guns away. And this country is allowed to have, if you read its rights and
It's in
stuff
the
like that,
Constitution.
right. So to go against the Constitution is mental. That's why I said I don't think we're going to go full blown. But what I do say is that the rhetoric that is created here now, from a truck driver's point of view, seeing all this big ass Confederate flags appear and stuff, like I was in Florida the I've never seen one in Florida. Certainly saw one the other day, a big Confederate flag and a some sort of thing below it with like a statue and stuff like that. These are all things that are appearing now that would never been there.
Yeah, but see, this is where the lines get blurred for me because now, right, so for example, all the Confederate flags are coming out. So what do people associate Confederate flags with?
White supremacy.
Right, KKK.
Yep. And you can
Right.
have, I mean, Christ, I've been through Alabama before, and there's a KKK place there. They even had a police car sat outside protecting it, and they happily advertise KKK.
See, that's
It's
where the lines get blurred for me because look, so for example, I've grown up with all colours, and I'm pretty sure you did when you were younger in London.
right,
Now, irrespective of their heritage, and you know, they could be proud of their Caribbean or African heritage or their Asian heritage,
right,
but ultimately, they do consider themselves British, right? So for me, that's good enough. For me, they're like my equal, and I'm their equal because we're both living under the same flag, if you like, even though our backgrounds and our heritage are different.
right,
That is cool with me. What isn't cool with me is when a group of people, and I do believe that whites, like blacks and browns, and reds and yellows, have got
uh-huh,
the right to preserve their people. But where I think the lines get blurred is people suddenly think that you're having an attack on another group of people when you're not.
right. And that's see, and that's where things are getting a bit weird here.
Mm.
With that, I mean, yeah, I mean, I mean, like, no, being here, there, yeah, that I've watched stuff with like Jesse Jackson stuff like that where they don't want you to move on from the racist thing. They want you to keep drawing you back into that stuff, which is kind of weird to me because we all bleed the same. I don't get that stuff.
Yeah, but the reason why they want to bring you back to it is purely because that's where they want to keep you at, and then they want to derail you from what you're really trying to put across, which is I have no issue with colour. What I have an issue with is if I go to Rome, what I'll do as the Romans do.
Sorry, I'm eating. Sorry.
That's all right. No, so for me, I would speak Italian. I'd learn about the culture. I would assimilate, integrate into society, contribute to society, work. You know, they're the
Mm,
things that I would do, and I would respect the country's laws, and I would respect the people. But also, in turn, it's a two-way street because I too, you know, I don't expect to be respected. Respect is earned. But if
right,
I'm complying and doing everything by the book, I want to be treated equally.
right. Ulik's asking us, what's the panel's opinion of Charlie Kirkinson? Ulik, to be fair, I never even heard the guy until he got shot. Never heard of the guy. So I don't know. I can't comment on something that I never even knew the bloke. Never heard
I,
of him.
I think that was done by inside, i.e., his own people.
Hmm.
That's just my take on it. But apart from that, I don't really know much about the guy, to be fair. I know that his wife's Jewish. That's all I know.
My mum said that my brother used to follow him and stuff out. And I said, well, I never bloody heard of the bloke. Yeah, he got killed, and whenever they had that memorial and stuff like that, Trump was there. And to be honest, it's all gone past it now. Nobody's talking about it. No, nobody's said a bloody word. It's just, I'm not making light of anything, but it's almost like they say with chip paper, it's news today and it's chip paper tomorrow. I've not heard any more about him or his
But
wife.
it's also done by design because, to me, whoever's behind it, that's done it, has done it not only to take him out of the equation, but also to then set the scene, for people to become angry and upset about this guy's been taken out and now he's a martyr to some, and people take up the fight. It's like steering people in a certain direction just by getting this guy.
It probably was for about 48 hours. After that, I never heard another name. I'd never heard his name mentioned after that. It was
Mm.
like, I don't know, people just jumped on something that, for whatever it was, and now it's like I say, it's all forgotten, unfortunately. For his wife and stuff like that. It just wasn't, just didn't stay. It just didn't stay. There was other things going on.
Well,
But
I just think, the trouble is too many people in the world want power. Too many people want to be God, and none of them are.
that's a big issue here. You got so many different players on this world at the moment trying to be something. It's just stupid.
Hmm.
It worries me, even like I say, being over here. I don't worry about too much stuff because my world is very, it's based on domestic. It's not based on international or any way or form. But it does bother me, and like I said, when the girlfriend says, "Oh God," about this, that, and everything else, you think, "Oh God," you sort of like, it gets you down, like I said, to a point, and you see a lot of people like here, like with our unemployment is starting to pick up, AI is starting to take over and crap like that because everybody wants automation. What does a human do when we got automation? What do they do? Do they just sit there and twiddle their thumbs? We got a whole big issue.
Well, if I think about all the different groups of people from all over the world that have come to live in the UK,
Hmm.
right, there's only two particular groups of people that I can actually say that want, how should we say, extra privileges, special privileges, yet none of the other religious groups or colours do.
Hmm.
And that's just how I see it. And it doesn't mean I'm right, but that's what I see. So to me, I can't be wrong if that's what I'm seeing. It's like there's got to be special privileges for the Jews, special privileges for the Muslims, and it's like, well, hang on a minute. If we're meant to live in this multicultural equality of diversity, then why should there be any special privileges for anyone?
Mm.
There shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like here, I made my own business. I do my own thing. I've never taken an American job because that would be the thing where, oh God, you got these immigrants coming over and they're taking my job. No, I didn't. I made my own business. I made my own everything. And like I said, I don't ask this country for nothing. Um, there is a legal way of going into a country, obviously, and that's what I did. And that's the bit, like I say, I watch a lot of this stuff going into England. A lot of that stuff, I know people get pissy pants because, oh God, no, they should be allowed because of under various reasons. No, if you go into a country, it's very simple. There's rules and regulations, and you follow them. End of.
Absolutely.
It's that simple. Whichever country you're going to, you are a guest in that country, and
Yep.
you're supposed to like assimilate and do whatever. That's what I've done with this country. I've paid God knows astronomical taxes because even though they fell out with us over tea, and they shouldn't have done, because they'd be paying less taxes. But I've
Mm.
just done what it is, you know, and I've not caused anybody an issue in any way or form. It's that simple. But the stuff going on in England with those, you know, again, I know I get called silly names over it, but if an individual is going through the European continent and is going all through that part, and then they're still coming to England, and surprisingly they've lost all type of passports, paperwork, or anything for real, you know, and it's just mental. It's just mental. And then you've got the French government. Oh yeah, yeah, you go over England. We don't want your issue. And then you've got that, you know, I don't know if you've got liberals and conservatives in here, but whatever. From my way of looking on the outside in, Keir Starmer seems a twat. He doesn't seem in control of his party in any way or form. And it's you know, I'm sure he's going to lose his job fairly soon. And I'm sure that party would lose the next election if they keep going the line that they do. But you guys are living it. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I stand corrected. Um, it is what it is, you know. Just it's crazy.
Hmm. But again, I don't think Keir Starmer's bothered about that because whether it be him or anybody else, there still be the same agendas being pushed out and forced upon us anyway.
Hmm. Okay, Paul Neal's on one tonight. Big up, Paul.
I've come to the conclusion that irrespective of who you vote for, they're just the puppets. It's the
Uh-huh.
people behind the scenes, they're the ones that are pulling the strings.
Yep. It's never going to change, though, is it? I
No,
mean, it's
it's
like,
never going to change. It's always been that way.
I mean, that whole political system, whether it be England or America, we have a two party system.
Mm.
That's not a choice. You're choosing for the lesser of two evils. Until we can have over here or over there a proper third party that doesn't need to go into coalition with another party, you're never going to change anything.
Mm.
We're just going to have to, unfortunately, put up the same crap every flipping time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's never going to change. It's never going to change all the time this lot are in anyway. They've absolutely
Hmm.
done a number on this country. But then you can go back to the Blair years of '97. You know, he's one that really needs to be strung up for treason.
Hold on. I'm typing this. Paul, hold up. I need to type this a minute. Paul O'Neill, you wonker. Yeah, I'm just responding to Paul. Anyway, Dave, I need to jump out actually because it's
Yeah.
like 25 to 11. I've got to go to sleep because this whole
Oh
kit's got
shit!
to get
What is
up in the
it?
morning.
20 to 4 now? Is it? Is that 4:37?
10:37 here.
Yeah, 4:37 here. So yeah, 25. Yeah, I need to go too. So thanks for
Well,
coming up anyway, Nomadic. It's been great.
yeah, I appreciate letting me on your channel. So,
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for coming on anyway, bud, and have a good evening.
all right. Good night, Dave. Good night, chat. Paul O'Neill, bugger off. So, just...
Yeah, cheers, Nomadic. Well, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna get my head down for an hour or so. I don't know if it's worth it really, but well, I'm gonna try. Anyway, thanks for coming in, one and all. Been a pleasure. And as always, without you guys, there'd be no channel. We'll be back. Don't know when, don't know how, but I will be back. Just got a load going on with life and work and stuff at the minute. So, but I will be back. So take care. God bless. Good night. Love you all.
Oh, gosh. Nomadic Brit, could you ever imagine me swearing, you bunch of fucking cunts?